So this is my video for the UNICEF field trip applications. I just thought I'd crack on with my answers. I'd love to be given the opportunity to go on the UNICEF field trip, as I feel it's such a fantastic and rewarding thing to do. Every day we do go into work and we're unaware of how much UNICEF do actually do in these places, especially across Africa, with the seasonal collections as well as any aid collections such as like the Ebola crisis or the Syrian children. I do feel that UNICEF, in partnership with EasyJet, have helped save so many precious lives. I would love to be given the opportunity to witness some of the work that they actually do. I do feel it's a fantastic thing that they do. And I also feel that when I'm on board, if I was given this opportunity, that I'd be able to feed this back to the passengers and crew as well, just so that everyone is aware of what they're raising money for and what they're actually helping for, because then they've got somebody with first-hand experience. And yeah, I can just tell them how much it actually means to them and what actually happens. Since the EasyJet partnership, UNICEF have made almost 6 million women and babies' lives better. From 2012, together they've raised 5.6 million to support projects across Africa in areas like the Central African Republic, which vaccinated 550,000 children against measles. In Liberia, where they've recruited over 62 full-time vaccinators to help the children there and the women as well. In Mauritania, where it's a remote location, this has meant that children aren't always able to be vaccinated. And many of them die from things such as diarrhea, which, you know, can be helped. Like, many people in England get diarrhea, is not a life-threatening thing, but over there it is, because they don't have the facilities to deal with it. The Change for Good initiative was established in 1987, and since then it's helped UNICEF raise over $140 million, which helps for all of these projects and everything. The things I do to raise money and help and support UNICEF, it's probably going to seem quite small and insignificant compared to what many of you do on a day-to-day basis, but I do always make sure that I wear my UNICEF pin on my lanyard, because it does actually strike up quite a lot of conversation, because people always ask what it's for, and it means that I can show them. As an up-ranker, when I'm cabin manager, I do try to make sure that I personally read the PA so that everyone can see an authoritative figure doing it and show that it actually means something to us as crew. And so, you know, it gets their attention. And whenever we have any office-based activities, you know, like cake sales, I'm always first in there with the money, because who doesn't love cake? To help raise any more money, I would carry on what I'm currently doing. But I would be able to give passengers a more in-depth knowledge of where their money is going, and I'd be able to give them, I'd love to be given the opportunity just to see it firsthand, just to know personally what, like, you know, we are told what we're raising money for and what we're asking on board collections for, but sometimes it's just nice to see it, you know, properly. If the office is raising money for any charity, I would probably push for UNICEF a little bit more, because quite often we have bake sales for like Macmillan or breast cancer or any sort of things like that. I'd probably try to push for UNICEF. I'd also be able to speak to base management about my trip, and so they could put it in the base blog so that more people knew about it. As well as there's a few girls at work, myself included, we're doing a Tough Mudder, so we could nominate UNICEF as our chosen charity, and there's also a few crazy people that partake in marathons, so we can nominate them, we can tell them to nominate UNICEF as their chosen charity as well. So, you know, there's a few things that I could do. The three things, it's a bit cringe because I don't really like talking about myself like this, but I guess I would say I'm kind, compassionate and enthusiastic. I would go above and beyond, not just in work to promote it, but in daily life too. I'm always looking out for people, and I do try to make the most out of people, so if anyone's having a bad day, I do try and bring them up and make sure that they're happy, because, you know, everyone needs to be happy. I try my best in everything that I do, and I would love to be given the chance of this fantastic opportunity, so thank you.